All right, do you have that next one in the chat for us to look at?
Yeah, it should be in the chat right now.
All right, there it is. Around which line would the following cross section need to be revolved to create a sphere? Again, this is similar to what we did the other day. It has to cut directly through the circle. So, it could be horizontal, it could be vertical, it could be at an angle, but it has to cut directly through it.
Yeah, so if you were to do x equals 2, then that would be like off all of those sides.
Yeah, that's off over here. And I may have given you a bad, like that would be like a tube that kind of goes around or goes, they're not even,
Yeah,
I don't
so the
even
only
shot,
the only
but
way you could so the only way you could cut it, like, I guess cut it like directly in half would be to go from the y-axis, since it's
something like
centimeters of
that.
range.
But yeah, the y-axis looks good to me on that one.
Got it. All right. So number 7 is kind of like that food container problem we did, but this time it's like an ice cream cone. So
Okay.
here's the here, let me put the problem and then the answers. All right. There's the problem and the answer for it.
Oh yes, the net here. Okay, so this is going to make, I'm glad that we're getting to see this one because the nets here are a little bit easier to dissect when in this case. So the best thing would be if you actually had a cone, like a thing for water, and you could break this apart. So the top is definitely a circle, but there's only one circle.
There's no circle on the top. There isn't a circle on the top. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
there's
that
one
is
there.
the top. That's the top. There's only one of them. There's just that top circle.
Mhm.
And the other one, I mean, I don't know how else to do other than just to give it to you is it is this kind of
Yeah,
shape like
because
that.
the other one has like the wedge kind of shape, has two circles. And there's no two like tops of the big containers. Yeah, I guess the second one is the only option that makes sense here.
Yeah. So that's good for me on that front.
All right. I think this is one of the problems that here, let me put it in the chat. Number 8 is one of the ones that I did last time, but I think I did end up getting this type of question. So let me put it in the chat. All right, it's in the chat now.
Let's take a look here. All right, pencil consists of a stacked cone stacked on top of a cylinder. Okay, so didn't we do one just like this yesterday? Like there's the cone and then there's the cylinder.
I think we got started with this problem yesterday, but I think I finished it.
Okay.
And what I ended up doing was calculating like the surface area, but for the entire thing, I just kind of left pi off to the side for every one of the calculations that's asking you in terms of pi. So then I found the surface area for it in terms of pi for the top portion of the bottom portion of the pencil, and then I just added those two together.
Right.
And I
So
didn't
that this
quite, yeah, I didn't quite
so
get the exact answer that
yeah,
I
so the
thought.
surface area of the top is pi r s, and s is the slant height. So the height of the cone is 12, and the diameter of the base is 10, but that means it's a radius of 5, and we calculated s as 13. So the surface area of the cone part is pi times 5 times 13, which is 65 pi. Okay, and then you got to do the surface area of the pencil. Now the pencil is a cylinder. Normally the surface area of the cylinder is 2 pi r squared. That's the top and the bottom circles,
Mhm.
plus 2 pi r h, which is the rectangle thing here, the net. All right. But you don't have the top circle because it's overlapped with the cone. So and for your problem, it's just, that 2 goes away. It's just pi r squared plus 2 pi r h. Now the radius is 5, Bill, that's the same. And the height of the cylinder is 70. So that's pi 5 squared plus 2 pi 5 times 70, like that.
Five squared, five. And in this case, you would just leave pi, but you wouldn't multiply it by pi
No.
in this case. So 5 squared is 25. 25 plus 75 plus 700. I got 725 pi.
Okay, so you get 725 pi plus the 65 pi. That should be one of the answers here on the left.
Plus 60. I got 790 pi.
Yeah, good.
Mm, here is the chart.
Cartographer is painting a spherical globe. Whose surface is 326.7 square inches. What is the maximum radius of the globe that the cartographer is painting? So you need to know the surface area formula for a sphere, which is 4 pi r squared. So 326.7 equals 4 pi r squared. They say to use 3.14 for pi. So you have to
And
be able to solve for r here. Now you could try the answers, like
you could
you
just
could
plug it in. Yeah,
yeah, see if it has worked, but you can also just solve for r pretty straightforward here with that. So
here,
it's up to
let me.
you.
Oh, yeah. Uh, I was looking to see if any of them weren't. Forgot to multiply it by 3.14 times 4. That's 4 pi r squared. Okay, let me redo that. So It's 5.1 inches.
Five
Because
point one.
yeah, because it equals back to the
All
surface
right,
area.
great. So good job on that. Hmm,
Here,
let me know, let me know what's next and we'll keep,
um, next thing over is the practice test. So this one, I've finished a couple of the questions. But there's still some like, okay, let me put the first one in the chat. All right, the first one's in the chat.
okay. All right, a square is a side that measures 2.75 units. So good to draw the square. What is the area of a circle with a circumference that is equal to the perimeter of the square? So we need to figure out the perimeter of the square. Can you tell me that value?
Perimeter of a square. That
Yeah.
would be 2.75.
Let me know when you got an answer there. I wanted to give it to you.
I got 11.
Yes, so the
Perimeter is
perimeter is
11.
11 units, and the circumference is 11 now, and the circumference is 2 pi r, or it's pi times diameter here.
Got it. And then we're supposed to use 3.14 again for pi. So
Yeah, so why don't you try calculating that for us, please? And let me know
the
what you come up
circumference.
with. So you want to use this one here because you want
The rate.
uh no, I'm sorry, you want the radius. Once you get the radius, we have to use that to find the area. The area is pi r squared.
Got it. Then you would 11. I got R equals 17.27. So
No, r can't be that. It's 11 equals 2 pi, so the radius is 11
wait,
divided by 2 pi.
here, let
I
me
mean,
here, let me
it should be
redo
about maybe
this.
2 at the most.
Here, let me so 11 equals 2 pi. All right, now I got like 1.75 for like R.
Okay. So now you got to put that in the area
Yeah,
formula,
so
3.14 times 1.75 squared. And your answers, uh, huh. Yeah, I guess your answer is right.
the 1 point.
I was thinking it looked too small, but when you square these numbers, they don't get that much bigger. So
7 times 3. Yeah, 9.62 if you were to round it. Yeah, I think it does tell you to round it the nearest. There. Yeah, nearest to 100, yeah. So, yeah. Let me put next one. is in the chat.
Okay. Take a look here. All right, the cross-section areas of a right triangular prism and a right cylinder cone are congruent. Okay, so the right triangular prism means that's the cross-sectional area. And then the right cylinder circle, they're saying these are the same. The right triangular prism has a height of 6 units. And the right cylinder has a height of 6 units. Okay, sorry, that's not that height. What conclusion can be made from the information? They're saying that like this is 6 and that this is 6. So they're saying that the cross-sectional areas are congruent. So this face is the same as this face right here. And then that would indicate that the since the heights are the same, that would indicate that the volumes are the same. Does that make sense, or is that like because the front face is the same, the volume for both of these is the base, which is the cross-sectional area times the height. Volume is the base times the height here.
Got it. So it would be the same?
Yes.
Mm, got it. Alright, this is the next question. One of the ones that I can ask rhetorically. Wait, yeah, we're doing it.
There we go. Cone W has a radius of 10 centimeters and a height of 5. Square pyramid X has the same base area and height as cone W. Paul and Manuela disagree on how the volumes of cone W and square pyramid are related. Examine their arguments, explain this. Okay. So let's just, it's actually easier to start from just all the way to kind of do these ones where it's like which one's right, which one's wrong is to just work them out and then go back and compare. All right, so cone W has a radius of 10 centimeters and a height of 5 centimeters. So we have 10 and 5 like that. And square pyramid X has the same base area and height as cone W. Like that. So it's got, so it's saying that the base on the left here is pi r squared, which is 25 pi. It's a radius of 5. They're saying now that the base over here on the left also has an area of 25 pi. So like this has a base of 25 pi. The volume in both cases is 1/3 the area of the base times the height. Volume is 1/3 the area of the base times the height. Like that. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. So in both cases, the base is 25 pi. In both
Got
cases,
it.
the height is the same. The height is 10. The height is 10. So what do we know about the volumes?
So the volumes would be the same.
They would be the same. Good. All right. Hey, give me just a moment here. Be right back. All right. Are you there?
Yeah, yeah.
So the volumes are the same.
Got
Okay. So the question is like, who wrote the proof the same? So one of these has the right. I guess one of these might be correct. So I guess you probably actually need to calculate the volume for one of these.
all right. Um, 25 pi. Mm, all right, I got 262.
Yeah. So
And that's rounded
uh
to like so yeah, 261.7.
oh, I'm sorry. I used the wrong number. So the radius is 10 and the height is 5. That's why this isn't working. So I apologize. So the base is 100 pi,
So
and that
100
does,
pi times 10.
yeah. So it's
100.
1/3 100 pi times 5, 1/3 100 pi times 5, like that.
Right. Mm, I got 524.
Yeah, so it looks like Manuel is correct.
Yeah, if you look at the yeah,
Right. Any questions on that?
not really. I think I had it's not.
Okay.
Let me put the next this one I put it in the chat.
All right, Scarlett's done a package for candy her company makes. She has cut several cardboard equilateral triangles, squares, rectangles, regular pentagons to try her out ideas with the package. Which 3D figure and combination of shapes can she use? Okay. Um, guess I'm not quite sure I understand this. But it says, let's go with the one you want. So it's a pentagonal prism. So that's some sort of a pentagon, and then it's extended, okay, like that, and then 3 rectangles. Sorry, 5 rectangles. So that makes sense because there's 5 rectangles there. Okay, so I can sort of go with that. A rectangular prism with four rectangles. So that also seems right. Here's your rectangular prism, four rectangles like that. I don't know. Do you have anything from your notes that could be useful here to sort of wade through this?
Uh,
I don't know what to tell you on this one. I mean, it, I guess I would go with that one. I mean, you chose it. There's intuition there. It does work. It's a prism. The one pentagon with another five rectangles makes kind of another piece to it.
it's a good question. Let's see them really quickly. All right, yeah. I think that the chat.
Perfect. We go. Dimensions of a conical funnel are shown below. Let's see here. Lolita closes the nozzle of the funnel and fills it completely with liquid. She then opens the nozzle. The liquid drips at the rate of 12 cubic inches per minute. How long will it take for all the liquid to pass through the nozzle? So first you have to figure out the volume of the cone here, which is 1/3 the area of the base times the height. So could you do that for us, please?
Base the radius. Oh, geez. Right, much. All right, um, I got 37.68.
Okay, so say they had 37 point. What was the rest of that number?
37.68.
Okay, and that's inches cubed, okay? So now the rate is 12 inches cubed per minute. Okay, so the inches cubed go on the bottom because you want to cancel them out with the inches cubed up top. So when you divide here, you're going to get how many minutes it will take.
It's 37.68 divided by 12. 3.14 minutes.
Right. Okay, so 37.68 divided by 12.
Yeah, I got 3.14.
Okay, so there you go. You got it.
All right, here's the numbers just in the chat.
Okay. All right, the picture shows a container that Renee uses to freeze water. What is the minimum number of identical containers Renee would need to make 2,000 cubic centimeters cubed of ice? Use pi equals 3.14. So what is the minimum of identical containers Renee would need to make? Okay, so we got to first find the volume of this cylinder. So the volume of the cylinder is the area of the base times the height. So could you do that for us? Could you
All right, so 6 meters, 2.1. Um, point zero times 75.36.
okay, so you're gonna take that 2,000 and divide it by that 75 point whatever number you just said, 75.8, I think.
2,035. I got 26.54.
Okay, so probably
Actually,
20.
it would be 27.
Yeah,
27 because you were around the 5. Yeah, that'd be the first option there. All right, let me put one.
so what's next?
The next one's in the
There it
chat.
is. All right, Kent has two similar cylindrical pipes, pipe A and pipe B. The radius of pipe A is 6 centimeters. So here's pipe A. Call this one A. It's got a radius of 6. And pipe B, radius of 2. They're not to scale. What is the ratio of the volume pipe A to the volume of pipe B? So there's a couple of ways to do this. The first is you could just arbitrarily choose a height, like you can make a height of like 10 if you wanted, and calculate the volume of both. Okay. Or you can, um, or you can remember that ratio stuff we were talking about yesterday.
So, so we just find the both the volumes and divide and
So it's up to you. I would tell you, you're probably more comfortable to find the area, the volume of each. So it's, pi r squared h, pi r squared h, and then see what the ratio is between them.
got it. And so I got 1,130.97 for the pipe A
Okay.
and
So hold on to that number and do the same thing for pipe B.
for pipe B, it's already sub 200 times. So 2 squared times 10, so 125.66. Just so keep it. We got the, it's good. It's 1,337.
How are you doing on this one?
I got the two values, but I'm having
So
trouble from,
take the larger value, which is A, take the volume of A and divide by the volume of B.
I got 9.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. We got a problem here. So this first one, let me do it with the nice round number. So first one here on the left is pi 6 squared times 10. That's 360 pi. So then over here it's pi and then 2 squared times 10. That's 40 pi. So it's 360 pi divided by 40 pi, which is you said it's 9. Sorry. 9, right?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I misheard. So, uh. None of these are working. Why is that? 6 squared is 36 times 10, 360. 2 squared is 440, 40 pi, 36 pi divided by 40 pi is 9. Oh, 9 pi. No, the pi's cancel, so it's just 9. It shouldn't be that though. It should be. Here's what it should be. If you go from a length, if you go to a length, so you see how your k here is 3, 2 times 3.
Yeah.
So the volume is always k cubed. So it should be 3, it should be this one. But why isn't that working? Pi r squared times h, pi r squared times h 40 pi. I don't know. I would tell you to go with this one based on that, but something's not right here. I'm not sure what it is though. All right, so we are coming up on the end of the lesson here, so this will probably be it for today. I'm really not sure what to suggest. I mean, maybe just look back in your notes. The
Yeah,
fact
I'll
that
try
there's
looking back at the lesson. I think yeah, I think it says right there 6.2.
Oh, I get, okay, here it is. Here it is. I'm sorry. If the height of, here's the problem. If the height of this one is 10, because they're similar, this one is 30. Okay, so let's pick, so that what that does here is it changes
Yeah,
this
it changes
to
the yeah,
30, which changes this to
here.
720, 1080. 1080 divided by 40 pi is 27. That's what we were looking for.
Oh,
So
wait,
there's
so
the
how did you
issue.
come up with the 30?
Because it's similar. When it's similar, that means that 2 goes to 6, you multiply by 3, 10 has to go to
Oh, you got the
30.
ratio
I
from
I
the
didn't I didn't s- I didn't I
oh,
didn't
so you
really.
got the ratio from like
Yeah.
the radius. Oh, got it. Yeah. Now yeah, I get it. Yeah, that makes
All
a
right.
lot more
So
sense.
we are all out of time here. I'm gonna go to stop here for today. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Okay.